bitches.
Well, tonight's episode should be very interesting. I'll just jump right into the first topic since we already kind of discussing women and just women issues. So I've been watching this guy named Kevin Samuels lately. He's like an image consultant or something, but he basically has a call-in show where women call in to ask him like dating advice or whatever. And one of the things that comes up as a common theme on there is like what the difference between what women value in themselves and what men value in women. And one of the major things is Kevin Samuels be always saying that women overvalue their education and earning potential like a chip toward getting a man. Like they feel like the more money they make or the more education they got, the more attractive they'll be to a man. I guess I just want to throw some questions out there based off of me watching this dude. Yeah. So the first question I had that I wanted to just pose to the group is, does education and earning potential matter to a man as far as when they choosing a woman? And I'm more talking about a woman that you'd marry or like see as a long-term partner, not like you just hitting it and quitting it or you just trying to date type.
Now, that all depends on where you're at in life and what you're looking for. As being a married man, now having the knowledge of being married, I would say when you look for a woman and you're investing in a woman, when you want to marry them, which is a long-term thing, that is an investment. So like with any business investment, you want to make sure you're investing your time and your money and whatever else you're going to invest in it into something that you think is going to, how can I say, come to fruition or be good for the both of you, or you feel me, like y'all both will flourish in it. Now, when it comes to education, yes, definitely, because I don't want to be with, I would never suggest anybody would be with somebody you can't have a conversation with. Me personally, I love to have intellectual conversations and something we can expunge on, you feel me? Dumb, just pop culture stuff, cool. We can converse on that, but how deep can we go into that? Give me someone with an education that we can go on another level conversation that we can go on for hours, you feel me? And I can really check your brain and see where you're at. Me personally, I know it's not that many people I can have those type of conversations with because stuff I know about, most people ain't gonna want to talk about. So, I mean, so having a good education is a qualification for me. Earning potential, to put it like that, I wouldn't really look at a woman for earning potential. I think pimps look at women when they're looking for earning potential because you're looking at what can she possibly do and bring to you. That's earning potential. That's what I look at when I'm looking at business investment. What earning potential does it have? What stock can bring me a good earning potential, but not a woman. I'm looking for, do you have a job? Can you help support your half of what we're doing as a conjunctive unit? I'm not looking for what you can bring me, because at the end of the day, we both should be coming to the table able to support ourselves, coming together to help try to support a union. So earning potential, no, but the fact that you can earn money to help your end, yeah, because I know this may be the age of sugar daddies and sugar babies, but I don't know about nobody else, but I don't want another person I got to take care of. I already got kids. Now, I know it's a thing when men supposed to take care of their wives and take care of their family. I take care of my family. I take care of my wife too. But at the end of the day, I don't want somebody who can't do nothing. Because at the end of the day, when I die and I leave, there will still be a family here. And that woman I leave should still be able to take care of that family in my absence. So that's what I'm looking for. So as far as what Mr. Samuel's saying, or Kevin said, whatever the dude's name is, earning potential, no. Earning potential, I'm not looking for earning potential in a woman. But education is definitely a big factor with me. So I am looking for a woman well, I'm not looking for shit now because I'm married. But in the instance where I was looking for a woman at that point in time, education, and I actually prayed for a woman who had some type of common sense. You feel like some type of head on your shoulders, so we can converse. Because there's too many dummies out here that don't want to talk about that. Like all you want to do is stay on your phone pressing your face, and all you want to do is talk about what he say, she say. That's not conversing in conversation. You gossiping and spreading on stuff. Have a conversation with your own free thought. Actually come up with a thought and let's converse on this what you talk about. That's what's good. That's attractive. That's sexy. You feel me? Just having a fat ass, that ain't, I mean, that's everywhere.
Gotcha. That's real. That's real. What about you, Pat?
I'm weird, and I talk about weird stuff all the time. So you got to have some kind of intelligence or education or whatever to talk to me. And, in general, you just going to think I'm just weird. So, and on that note, yeah, so that probably would be needed in my situation, like being with me in general. And then I kind of just feel what Faye's saying all around. He kind of like hit it right there on the target. Because like, as far as earning potential, I would only think about that if this was like a business relationship or something like that, or just business in general or whatever. Really, I just are you going to care enough about my needs? And if we have a family, are you going to be mentally stable enough to hold it down when I'm not around?
That's real.
If I'm not around or whatever. And I'm not saying for somebody to take this snippet and just runs with it or whatever, like we're already like that big out there. But when I mean not around, I mean like, all right, if I got to take a business trip, all right, if I'm sick in a hospital, all right, like just stuff like that. Or
gotcha.
Or if we're in a tight squeeze, you need to make a decision right then and there or whatever. And I'm not I'm working or something and I'm preventing me from getting to you or talking to you or whatever. If, somebody I could feel confident enough to go ahead and make those decisions when I'm not around.
Gotcha.
You got to have some type of, education or whatever. You don't want nobody just ratchet off the streets, just making your decisions for you, pretty much. That's one of the reasons I've been single for a long time, but we'll get into that later.
Gotcha. I think for me, I guess I kind of agree with parts of what Kevin Samuel's saying and parts of what y'all saying. Like it's kind of like a little mixture for me, a little gumbo. I think that women do overvalue like their degreed education, like which college they went to or how many degrees they got, or like they do kind of overvalue like how much money they make. Because for me, I think it's more comes down to like smarts or just like overall common sense type intelligence more than book sense. Like you could be a PhD, but if you know nothing about everyday living, like for me, I was always looking for a woman that was like, I don't care what you make. I'm a bet on myself. So I feel like if whatever needs to be done financially, I'll get that done. I ain't stressing that. But as far as like taking care of the home, like, are you gonna be somebody that I know is like going to be able to support me when I'm emotionally feeling down? Are you willing to get out there and work if it need be to make ends meet? Like that type of thing mean more to me, like more the emotional and I guess emotional and physical support as opposed to like needing her to financially to support anything. Like just you being willing to work. I know if shit hit the fan and I get injured or something, I'm on disability, I know you'll still get out there and get it. You know what I mean? Like I want you to have that, but I don't really care if you making 6 figures. That wouldn't have impressed me. Like, okay, that's great. What we gonna talk about? Are we gonna be able to get along? Are you gonna be agreeable? Are you gonna be somebody that like I can actually end up compromising with? So we don't always go to bed mad. That type of shit mean more to me than what school you went to, what degree you got, or like your paycheck more. You know what I mean? So I definitely feel y'all on just like the money not being a huge thing. Like I got stocks for that. I don't really need you to be my financial person. I need you to be my support system, my rib, my partner in crime. Like, I like how you kind of put it as far as like supporting the household. That's the shit I'm talking about. Like what you said, Pat. Like if I'm off in the distance somewhere doing something to get money for the crib, like, all right, am I gonna be able to trust that if the insurance company call, you're gonna make the right decision and actually understand how to talk to them real quick? Are you gonna be able to, set up the get my son enrolled for school if I'm not able to do it this week? You know what I mean? Like shit like that mean more to me than the money and education for sure.
I was going to add too, not to say I'm going to just run into a millionaire woman out of the blue. You never know. But not to say that or whatever, but even if I had a chance, or if a woman with $1 million or just financially stable was to come to me or whatever, it wouldn't be the financial. It might be her ambition and her drive to get that money if she, made it off on or whatever. If it wasn't like a inheritance type deal, but I would still look at her like that money don't got nothing to do with me. I wouldn't even want to come at her like that, because then I'm just looking at her as a money grab in general. So like, yeah, so whatever she was making, I'm still like, well, that's her money. I just be the broke dude that she's messing with while she spends her money. I was like, yeah, that's all right. That's cool. Either way, I'm not to say that piece of it will have me probably having second thoughts of like, yeah, we having an argument, but yeah, just to be honest and be real about it. But at the same time, it's like, that's still her money. Like, I don't have nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she decided that she was my shit and just disappeared or whatever, like, I don't get no piece of that. So like, why would I be that big on it? But yeah, it was in my head, so I just wanted to say it.
No problem. We kind of already touched on it when we were answering the first question, but I wanted to also throw it out there for the ladies watching, and just so that like women can start to better understand into the minds of a man and what we actually be looking at when we see women as opposed to what they see when they see themselves. What do men actually value in a woman? Like, what makes a woman wifey material as opposed to just a good dating friend or somebody to just talk to, or a fuck buddy or something like that? Like, what qualities separate the wifey woman from that woman that's just good for dating or just kicking it with?
Humility. The ability to effectively communicate. And if you don't have that ability, the willingness to learn how. The lack of jealousy.
That's good.
Open-mindedness. Intelligence.
Okay.
Common intelligence. Not book sense, but you have to be common sense. Know how to do the basic things needed to live and survive.
Yep.
Patience. Understanding. Common sense, once again.
Just in case you heard the first time, ladies.
Flick it.
Non-materialistic. Knowing the difference between a need and a want. Knowing the difference between an aspiration that can be attained and one that cannot. The one who sets realistic goals and the one who is realistic with reality, because some people do live in their own world.
Oh, yeah.
The ability to have another person's perspective. So to the ability to be able to step in someone else's shoes and see from someone else's perspective. It may seem like a lot, but women say men is always simple. So I'm just giving them an example how I'm really not simple. I'm a very complicated person. Just like y'all women are complicated, men ain't all simple. We have things, but we just sometimes settle, and we just sometimes just go with what we can.
Yeah, they used to
But at
piss
the
me off.
but at the point at the age I am now, and after being married, it kind of gives you clarity on what you want and what you see. You feel me? Because when you get with a person, that's not the person you end up being with. When you get with the person, you get with the representative, and it's two representative meeting. So the representative looks like all that stuff you see and all the stuff you want. That's just the glitter and the gold paint on the front. Is after you peel back them layers and spend time with each other, do you actually see, are you actually hitting those points on your list that you know that a certain woman is going to make you happy? So by me telling everybody what I value in a woman, that's also coming with time. Because the most important thing I value is a woman who's willing to give me her time. If you're not willing to give me your time, I can't find out if you hold all those other values. And that's the key difference between a wifey and a person who you just want to fuck. Because you can tell a person who's going to give you that time to figure them out and that time to see, versus a person who just want to be, I just want to be here for this. Cool, we met on that common ground. We can do this and go. But too many times do we all see it happens. People get together for that and think that person hitting all the values until years later, then they finally see, damn, this ain't the person. I just started as a hit and quit it, and I never quit it. And damn, now I'm stuck. Take your time. Take your time. Don't rush into shit. Take your time and see if that person you're with can transform from that hit and quit it thing you had into a wifey. Because not everybody is supposed to be wifey. Not everybody is supposed to be a husband. You feel me? Take your time and see if that person meets the values you personally hold. But as far as face, my number one thing has to be time. Because if a woman is not willing to invest time into what I'm trying to invest time in, we ain't no need to take anything any further, because we can have that conversation up front. What you trying to do? What you trying to do? This is what I'm looking for. If we can't meet on the common ground, conversation can be on. We can split our ways right then and just save time.
Gotcha.
Time is
That's real. That's a
time
real
is definitely it. Time is definitely it.
I think for me, I'll just give a top 5 because Face laid out a pretty good list there of a lot of the major qualities. I think for me, I'll start with, and ladies gonna hate me, and I know people gonna call me superficial, but you gotta look good to me. That can be that, and I'm mainly talking about like your facial features, because I'm gonna see that before I notice your body, before I notice your brains, before I notice how smart you are, how kind you treat me, or that you say the world. Like the first thing I saw in my woman was her face. And I knew right then, okay, I can wake up to that face for the rest of my life. That would make me happy. So I think looks for me is number one. Number two, I'd have to say agreeability. And I don't mean that in like the terms of like the way a lot of people try to use it now, as like being submissive or just going along with anything. I mean more in the sense of you're able to respect and trust me enough that we can speak the truth to each other and agree to disagree if need be. Or if there's a reasonable compromise to be made, you're able to accept that and not be holding anything because you didn't get all of your way, or I didn't get, you know what I mean? Like the ability to just kind of communicate and get on even ground, even when it's a difficult conversation, to me is huge, because I feel like that's all marriage is, a bunch of difficult ass conversations. So if I'm not gonna be able to have them, that's gonna be tough. You know what I mean? I think number 3 would be, like Faye said, the willingness to give me your time, because like that's how you build that friendship part of the relationship that actually keeps you going past the sexual attraction and shit. Like when shit get boring, like you still gotta like that person, and the only way you can build that bond is by having that time. So I like that. I definitely agree with Face on that. That time is huge. I would say, how well do you take care of a home? Because at the end of the day, if I'm going to be able to follow my ambitions, I'm going to need a woman that can take care of home just as good as myself. And I grew up, you know what I mean? We grew up in the old school era when you was latchkey kids and you was coming home and you was taking care of the crib by yourself, cleaning up the house, cooking your own dinner, all that shit at a young age. So like for me, I've been used to taking care of shit for a long time. So I need somebody that can be my partner in that. And like, if I'm the one working late tonight, that you're going to be able to handle dinner and have that ready when I get home and have the house clean and vice versa. You know what I mean? Like that willingness to be able to take care of home doesn't mean that you even necessarily got to, because if shit hit the fan and I end up, you know, like I said earlier, hurt or on disability or something, I got to be a house husband, I don't mind doing it, but the willingness to do it so that we can both pursue our ambitions equally, you know what I mean? And then I think the last one for me would be understanding. Like you ain't gotta agree with everything that I do, but you gotta understand me enough to accept it, if that makes sense. Like you might not like me playing video games, but you gotta be willing to accept it. Or you might not like the fact that I love my job and the type of job I got might have me staying out to 9 o'clock at night while you at home. Like you gotta understand it, because you gotta be willing to let me kind of get that out so that I can be happy as well. And as far as me being happy, because I feel like in a marriage, both parties got to be able to be happy individually. They can't depend on each other for their happiness. So I can't just be dependent on the shit you doing for me for happiness. I got to have them outlets to kind of just, you know what I mean, get the man day off me after a long day, that type of shit. So I think understanding would be my last one. Yeah.
I think y'all kind of hitting all of them at once, but like time is big on me, because with time, first of all, if you first talking to a woman or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you have the women you talk to or whatever, it seems like you gotta always be on their time or whatever, or they only talk to you when it's convenient for them or whatever. If you just find someone that just actually just hitting you up just to see how you're doing, or just want to, you know, just chill or have some time with you or whatever, that's one key clue that, all right, might be somebody I might want to talk, but like, you know, stay around with.
Yep, you better act like you like me.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't act like you like me, or you just seem like you got some women that just like they're doing you a favor, letting you take them out and spend money and gas and time on them. Like I could go somewhere and find somebody that actually appreciate this. Like
easier than you can too.
Yeah, like
we are out. They outnumber us in this world.
This is my thing on that point, Pat. With the women out there, they feel like pussy is everything, so a man willing to pay for everything. My hand just as good as that pussy. Because at the end of the day, all I'm looking for is that last 30 seconds of that nut.
Yeah.
So if you trying to pimp a person out for their money and everything, I can save all my money, put it into an investment, grow my money 10 times fold better than that pussy feel for that last 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So they got to figure out how much they value themselves first. Because if you approaching a man and you think that you're doing him a favor, you ain't doing shit but falling into the trap.
And then
that was a big word right there.
Then when they put their pussies on the pedestal up into the sky so it shines, and that is
into the sky so it shines.
and so the world can see that they got the greatest thing in the world or whatever. Y'all know what I'm getting at or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you with them and it actually happens or whatever. Like, you have to actually get me to that 30 seconds. It's not just about you. You just having the time of your life. Just That's having the time. Oh, everything you want to do, we getting it done.
Lick my nipple too, damn it.
Well, but what about me? You done fell asleep.
You gonna kiss me down there?
I'm over here tapping you on your hind parts while you sleep because it's still there. It's still there. It'll be there in the morning.
That is the
for you.
beauty of being married. You ain't got to tap too long.
It'll be there in the
Tap.
morning. If I'm here in the morning, I might just leave. Whatever. That's the thing that gets me, man. It's like, y'all, it's just as much as men, y'all come across those men that just be talking cash junk about how they do stuff in the bed and all that other stuff. We come across quite a few of y'all. And with the state of how the woman wave of rap is going or whatever, it's just increasing. Y'all are slowly turning into the men that y'all talk junk about this for the past 20 some years. The woman version.
When I was
preaching going on tonight, let the doors of the church open.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say some real shit. When I wasn't married and I was single and I was fucking, it is some trash ass pussy out there. So just like they say, it's some trash ass dick. Yeah, it may be trash dick to y'all, but it is some trash ass flounder fish ass pussy out there too. So let's just keep it on an even keel and not be biased. It's trash on both sides. It's trash on both sides. You hear me?
Like man, this is crazy, man. I just feel like I've been saying this. The roles are flipping. And I think the reason why that every last one of them can put theirs up to the sun so it can shine on or whatever on the pedestal is because men don't usually be vocal about it. Like on social media sense or whatever. Mm-hmm. The only time you really heard a man be vocal about it is probably that one crazy comedian that you know back in the day, that one crazy comedian, that one hardcore rap song or whatever. Like that's the only time I see people vote. I can go on Facebook, I can go on social media, I can go on a song, I can go in a movie, I can go on a daytime television show.
I can tell you a couple stories.
Oprah, half the TV, half of media, they're all saying that men are trash every day. Right now. Yeah. We could probably pop something up right on this TV right now and find something. Like, that's the only thing. We just not vocal. I'm
gonna hit you with some stats real quick. I'm gonna hit you with some stats real quick. Is it more women or more men on this planet?
More women.
So statistically, it gotta be more shit ass women than there is men, right?
The numbers would say so.
Let's look numbers.
Allegedly.
You feel me? Because I know people gonna hear this and be like, "What is Face talking about? Oh my God, Face, you women." No, it ain't women bashing. Let's talk statistics. Let's talk numbers and talk facts. If it is more of something and less of something else, and you divide the more of something into two groups, a good group and an ain't shit group, I guarantee that ain't shit group is gonna outweigh the other people ain't shit group.
Yeah. I'll also say about them stats, the fact that it's more women than men, I think women need to do, like, for one, oh man, y'all done touched on so much here. I gotta unpack a little bit. Okay. So I'm gonna start with what Pat said when he was talking about the roles reversing. Women gotta start valuing stuff that matters to them when they're picking men in themselves. Like valuing our education and our earning potential, I understand. But that, if you listen to the list that we gave, we ain't say shit about those two things. We don't care about your money. We want somebody else gonna treat us right, be able to talk to us, give us some time, and love on us. And somebody that we want to look at. It ain't got shit to do with your money, your earning potential, your school you went to, the degrees you got. You got 6 degrees like Umar allegedly. And we still gonna be like, okay, well, what about this other stuff? Because that other stuff is what's gonna make you stick. The other stuff got me locked down for the past, what we on, 15 years? So, yeah. It's the other stuff, ladies. And also, like Faye said, y'all outnumber us by a lot. It's going to be easier for us to find the woman of our dreams than it is for you to find a man of your dreams if you out here disqualifying people or kind of saying, you know, hey, well, you don't make enough money. You better find that man that can treat you right, because the average man that make a lot of money, that's the top 10% of the world.
You don't make enough money, but she don't got a
Them
job.
dudes ain't got time for you. Them dudes is probably
And this
gonna
is my
cheat on
thing.
you. Just being
This is my
honest,
thing.
like
How you got expectations? How you want somebody to meet your expectation that you don't even meet?
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Oh, and to put this out
Big
there,
facts.
because for some reason there's this stigma that every time a man talks about a woman, he thinks all women are like that. That's not the
Oh
case.
no,
I wish y'all need to stop indirectly.
we talking numbers. We talking facts and stats.
Yeah, like y'all
That's
need
it.
to stop indirectly defending these trash females that we talk about like they don't exist. They exist. Some of them are your
Oh
friends.
no. That's not it. That's not it.
Some
They
some of
defend.
you
They
right.
gonna always defend them to men. They gonna always defend another woman to men, but they gonna trash them to each other. You feel me? That's the key. A woman ain't gonna agree with you when you talking down about a woman, but the second another woman says something, they're gonna agree with them. Yeah, she ain't trash. She ain't shit, girl. You know, girl. But you gonna uphold her in front of them. It ain't all like that, man. You don't know her like that. She been through something.
No, I know her like that, and everybody's been
I
through
think
something.
the key
All
is
right.
we gotta be able to have real and honest conversation. Like we gotta both be able to accept the truth. We gotta be able to accept the truth about men. We got to be able to accept the truth about women, and we got to be able to be honest about it. And we can't be defending stuff because of the way we feel. Like I think, like we always talk about, man, that feeling stuff can make
Gets
stuff
in the
real
way.
sticky. Like if you just keep it on what it is, like it go back to that communication piece, ladies. Like to get a man that's gonna do all the things you might be wanting, you're gonna have to be able to communicate, right? Like you got to be able to listen to the honest truth and accept that, and him be able to do the same, and then y'all meet in the middle. Like that's the only reason I can stay with my wife. Like my wife got me because on top of everything else that she got, we can actually end up agreeing at the end of the day. Like we can agree to disagree or agree to agree, but we can accept the facts. And we've gotten to the point after all these years that we're able to both like look at the truth of whatever the situation is and deal with that, not go past that, not be tripping, not be, oh, well, you said this about me and I feel no, but is what you said true? And if it is, then you know what I mean, we got to be able to accept that. And ladies, I love y'all, but y'all got to be able to accept that. Like my sisters, that's the key missing. Like a lot of women value themselves above the man and think that they're not willing to accept the truth. Like, but ma'am, yeah, you're the woman, but you're also not bringing much to the table on your end. So why are you trying to down all of this that I'm bringing to the table? Like,
Yeah, when you become a bill, you're not, you now I'm looking at you like a bill. I'm not looking at you like someone important in my life. I'm looking at you as, all right, I'm just taking her out so I can possibly get some tonight.
Indeed.
That's not a good feeling.
Not at all.
And if you're going to bring feelings into an argument, you're going to have to recognize my feelings also. And if I say I feel some type of way, and you're saying, well, you just feel that way because blah, 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 blah. As soon as you start putting that, I'm putting that up to my list. And if I start hearing too much of that, of you, just put my feelings off to the side when I got to deal with your feelings, I'm going to disappear on you after a while. And I've been single since 2008.
If you didn't know, ladies, he's single. If you have missed our past episodes, he is still single. He got y'all.
No, I don't. I never got y'all because I've been single since 2008. So, so evidently I don't got nobody because I've been single for the past decade now.
Well, ladies, that's our opinion on it. Let us know what y'all feel down in the comments. We're willing to have a conversation. We're willing to, if we said something that is wrong, come with the evidence. We're willing to have that conversation because we can learn too.
Some kind of way we did.
Anything. We just got opinions on everything. So
and make sure you hit that like button.
Yeah, hit the like button. Comment down there.
good.
Like we want to have a conversation with y'all. But I guess the
Interaction.
best way to sum up my little segment is ladies, stop bullshitting with yourself.